fantastic pieces to talk about, but we also have a few questions that we need to put to y'all because you were very mysterious, Chris, inside D&D Direct. So Anna, would you start us off?
Yes, there were so many Easter eggs, clues, things that people are scribbling down immediately to try to like connect the dots with. Can you tell us, if not exactly what they mean, where people might want to pay special attention to those?
Or tell us
those
everything. That's fine too.
Yeah, actually, please tell us absolutely everything you know.
All
The
spoilers.
elder
Secret
brain
stuff.
says, I
Yes.
can't tell you everything.
Oh man.
Tell us what you can.
I can tell you that we're having so much fun thinking about the multiverse and the corners of the multiverse we've already visited and the corners of the multiverse we have yet to visit and the corners of the multiverse we're going to visit again. And that lets us bring back some classic villains, and super excited to let people know that our Vecna adventure is going really, really well. And you'll get to visit a number of cool places and worlds in the course of this adventure. That's super exciting. But Vecna is a god of secrets. So yeah, it's all a big mystery.
We also have some things before that adventure comes our way. We have some fantastic books coming our way this year. As mentioned, we had Keys from the Golden Vault already come out, but we have a few more pieces that I believe we get to share. Could we take a look at some Bigby?
Oh my gosh, look at this.
So this is coming to us from Brian Valeza,
Yes.
and in some fashion associated with Bigby, but we got only a fragmented look at it, and it is gorgeous.
Wow.
If this is indicative of the whole piece, I can't say too much. I know Chris has seen it. It's just that deep dive into just getting to any of the books that really take us like deep into the lore and like really exploring, one topic, getting into the nitty gritty is always, we did that with Fizban's Treasury of Dragons. And I can't wait for y'all to see this. Chris, do you have a tasty nugget from this that you can share? I don't.
Well, one of the great things about giants, of course, is that they come in all sorts of varieties and they've got their own environments to explore. And so we get the full range here, from icy, desolate places to fiery, tumultuous places, to the sky, to the sea. But we'll be really kind of digging deep, not only into the lore, but also into the sort of the dynastic origins of these titanic beings and really getting a sense for what makes them tick.
Oh my gosh, I love it. I love getting to see all of the ways that the different types have different little cultures and different ways that they kind of move in the realms and the worlds. I just yeah. This is my favorite stuff to nerd out about. I think the team is.
Bigby is a great chaperone for this journey because not only does this famous wizard have a history with dragons, but also he's got the big giant hand, the Bigby's hand spell. And why is the hand so big? Because, it's for
high-fiving giants.
High-fiving giants.
We should have called it so long ago. I believe we also have a little graphic with some a look at the year ahead.
Ooh.
Because, of course, first up is Bigby coming our way, but we also have some spookiness coming with Phandelver a little later on. And, of course, we have the brilliant, can I bring it up one more time, that Planescape piece.
That Planescape, please.
I'm super excited for Phandelver. I feel like one of my favorite conversation pieces for other DMs is, what does your goblin voice sound like? Because I feel like that was the origin for me, was Phandelver. I think it's the origin for a lot of people. So I'm always stoked when I see that come back up. I'm curious what else we're going to see
more
there.
Goblins stirring up mischief in this adventure.
We love a goblin.
When you get past the goblins, you're going to see even more goblins behind them, and then something evil and mysterious.
I like that there's a middle layer of extra goblins, though.
That's right.
Double stuffed goblins.
Yeah. I always say that I can get the measure of a person who's played Phandelver by asking them what they did with Droop.
Well, one important thing about Phandelver is that if you've played through the starter set, you don't have to play through the early Phandelver material again. You can jump right to the new parts. Or if you've got new players, you can run them through the whole thing because this adventure bakes in the
Oh, that's cool.
starter set content and then just blows it out with a bunch of new dungeons to explore and new other places to go.
Cool.
Incredible. So while we're taking a moment to appreciate this piece, who saw this first? Probably you, Chris?
No, not at all. I think this would have come through the art team first because they were conspiring with Tony to do not just this beautiful piece, but also to just help us kind of reimagine Planescape for today's audience, you know?
True.
And
It's
so
true,
those
but-
conversations were happening in secret while we were off writing words.
Tell us about the secret conversations, Trystan.
Okay, thank you. I'm like, let me jump in because I really want to talk about this. So, big Planescape fan. Here we go. So, obviously, Tony's work iconic to our original adventures in Planescape. And here he is again, bringing back that this sigil. Who knows how you want to say it? Just that atmospheric. Look into it. It's like visual maximalism. We're looking, and there's so many little things to see. There's so many little pieces. Lady of Pain, bam, right up front. And I think obviously can't give away too much, but our trip into Planescape now is, as Chris says, it's certainly honoring the roots and then just blowing it apart, expanding, looking in every door we can to just kind of see everything that Planescape has to offer. I'm so excited for folks to get in there. I can't wait.
Yes.
Can I
Do you like
ask-
donuts?
Yes. Yes, I do. Yes.
Sigil is a big donut.
Yeah.
What's not to like about that?
I have a question. Looking at this piece of art, I know there's lots of things you can't tell us, but could you just tell us, where should I point my eyes? Where should I give my a second thought to this picture, Trystan?
Shrug. I really, there's a lot to take in.
I'm looking at it. You can just tell me which side to look at. Come on.
Where should we let our eyes drift?
Yeah, there you go. What if my gaze drifted to the left or right?
Yeah, if you look in the bottom left corner and then just really slowly head towards the top right corner, you would probably get a good idea.
Spoken as a true artist.
I mean, but he did such a good job of just I can't stop staring at the Lady of Pain in the middle. It's just so central, and she's so alluring
And terrifying.
and terrifying. The way most good things should be.
I will relieve us because we are all enthralled from the grasp of Lady of Pain, because I believe we have one more that we can share a better look at for this year's books. Because I'm personally just very excited to see what this is and how it works. But a famous piece of D&D that will get explored a little bit more in depth, the Deck of Many Things, is coming our way.
If you look at this piece, you will see, using the actual deck itself, a thing that, players may be able to get their hands on soon. Everyone working on this is such a big fan of of the process of cards in general, of the Deck of Many Things. It's something that been spending a lot of time looking at myself, and I just love that we are actually you know what? There are many things. Let us tell you what they are. Let's dig in there. I truly can't say anything because I don't want to give any information.
Fair.
And there are many
pieces
more
by
things than you might think in this product, because we've never done a product like this before. It is a deck of cards and an accompanying book, and together they comprise this product. The book digs into the history of the deck and its sort of cosmic place as a force of chaos. And the book is full of player and DM content inspired by the deck. And for those who are really nerdy and know that the deck contains 22 cards, have I got a surprise for you? Because actually, we have expanded the deck to include all new cards.
Oh no.
That you've
All
never seen
new
before.
cards?
More chaos, more
Oh, no.
cosmic.
See, but I always draw the worst cards. I have drawn the void before. You can't do this to me.
So as a DM, you now have a greater selection of cards to choose from to customize your deck, and you can surprise and delight players by throwing in cards they've never seen before
I
and they
love
don't know the
that.
effects of.
So it's like you can have like your own version of both the 13 and the 22. Oh my goodness.
Yes, there are many, many, many new cards to play with.
Deck of
I
even
didn't-
more things.
Yes,
Truly,
many, many
truly,
more
yes.
things.
This gorgeous piece is by Craig Spearing, by the way, and we are so excited that we get to share a better look at that. Sarah, I think we had one more thing we wanted to check on.
Well, I gotta know about, we saw in that amazing video at the end that we saw a lot of returns of those classic villains that we have from D&D. And I was wondering if y'all could tell us a little bit about how the Red Wizards, how Vecna and the League of Malevolence are really going to be featuring in this upcoming year.
Yeah, Chris, tell us.
Years
Tell us
to come,
everything.
yes.
Yeah, so as we creep ever closer to the big 50th anniversary and hot on the heels of the D&D movie, which is a bona fide hit, the Red Wizards are going to be in the public consciousness. And we haven't, on the studio side, really gone back and explored them in a long, long time. And so our team is really excited to pick up that ball and have some fun with these classic bad guys. And also build an experience that will help introduce depths to the Red Wizards that people have never seen before. So that's super exciting. And it was actually a bit of a joke. We were talking about Red Wizards one day, and we were looking at this Venger figure. And it's like, oh my God, he's a Red Wizard too. And then it's like, the cartoon has millions of fans. People are always asking us, are we ever going to do anything with the show? It was at that moment when we just sort of all looked at each other and went, oh my God, Venger. We've brought Tiamat back a couple times now. Who hates Tiamat more than Venger? Who's a redder Red Wizard than Venger? All the stars were aligning in that moment. We're just like, we got to do something with this guy. And if we do something with this guy, maybe there are some other things from the D&D cartoon we can plunder and bring forward. And so things got out of control really fast, and now here we are.
Hold on, I'm grabbing my copy of The Wild Beyond the Witchlight because I just need to recheck some League of Malevolence. I was going to say goodness, but that's not the word, is it?
No.
Oh, not really.
Good
The
badness?
Malevolence is all badness all the time, but they're so colorful, and there are so many bad guys who make up this organization, and it's sort of an ever-growing organization. But many of those bad guys, you may not know this, also appeared in the D&D cartoon series of old. Kellic, first, the wizard or the sorcerer, appeared there. Warduke appeared there. And so even though we introduced them in Wild Beyond the Witchlight, they're kind of secondary characters in that adventure. That's because we have big plans for them coming forward.
Love that.
It really does all fit together. How do you do it?
Magic.
Yeah, magic and a few lucky dice rolls.
Thank you, Chris, and thank you, Trystan. It has been such a treat to have you with us to celebrate D&D Direct.
Thanks. I'm gonna go imagine Minecraft gelatinous cubes now.
Wow.
I mean, they technically exist.
Oh, bye.